So I made this video to help out some of our guild members who are new to Elvui and to show what kind of addons I use. Those addons and WeakAuras that I use are mainly for maybe new players or players that have attention or focus problems like I do. When too many things are happening, I just get lost in it, so I need attention draggers to know what is next up and what I should do or not do.
Okay, so I use details. These are my two windows. My map is down here. I have used my eyes to look to the lower part of the screen for all important information instead of the upper. And I use tellmewhen for the rotation, and I use WeakAuras to show me when cooldowns are ready. Like this one, you see, it shows me I don't have a pet. And these are my cooldowns. Here's my focus bar. So you see how they show up in the middle, what is the best thing to press next. I put numbers on those so I don't have to think which one to press. I did that in the beginning when I wasn't used to my new key bindings yet. I'm used to it now, but I was just lazy to change it. You hear the sound, that's actually for interruption. So I know when the target that I'm targeting is casting something and I can interrupt it. I get that sound to not miss it. And in the left upper corner, I can see it's WeakAuras who used interrupts. This time it's only me, but if it's other people from the party, I can see that. And here is a WeakAuras that shows me how far away I am from healers, because as hunters we tend to go too far away and then I wonder, why do I not get any heals?
So even this is a rotation helper, you still have to think and use your brain a bit, like, you know, not using some of those when they pop up right on. For example, the crows should be used only when bestial rat is on. So even if it's off cooldown, you don't use it, of course.
And then yeah, for chatting I use this addon. It's really nice because it pops up a window for party chat, guild chat, and you can set it up whatever window you want to pop up, so I never miss it in this mess of a chat. Like this is a whisper and this is the party chat. I can give you all the name of the addons that you're interested in. I will put them under the video. Yeah, details. I use details instead of Skada because I noticed Skada is not really updating regularly, and Skada kind of gets stuck sometimes, for me at least. Okay, but, I thought, well, can I kill him by myself? I sure can. I just ran to Ava. Okay. I forgot this is just heroic. Where did they go? They say, I hope. Yes, no? No. Oh, there's a chest. Okay, I pull a little bit. It's just heroic, who cares? Ahava, where are you?
Phase 2.
Oh my god, they're so far ahead. Right. Let's bring them some guests for dinner.
Run out.
No, don't embarrass yourself, Bonnie, and die on heroic. And the nice thing for this turtle shield is a macro that lets you bind the macro on the same key binding. Like I have it on my letter G, and when I press it first time, it activates the shield. When I press it second time, it releases the shield. So you actually get the bonus from activating the shield, but you release it. Quickly, so you can continue with the damage, and you still get that bonus here from the shield. I like that macro a lot. I use a lot of macros as well. And most mouse over. And I have my pet abilities, pet attack, macro key vintage to a lot of other abilities like heal command, that's a macro as well.
I'm so slow, where are they? Oops, yeah, right. So not good at doing two things at the same time. Yeah, this is a WeakAuras as well. This one in the left corner. It reminds me when I don't have a flask or food. I like that too. It's really useful for people who forget things. I'm one of them. And the chat is full of icons because it's It's an addon that instead of names he puts icons, so when I hover over them I see what it is. I find it easier than, I don't know, having the text for everything. It just spams a lot.
What else? Yeah, Elvui. Well, this is my AP bar in the top. It's really nice. I like it there, like the experience bar. I'm used to have it up there. Then I have this raid control button where I can do a ready check and roll check. I like that I can move all my buffs for yeah, you're kind of late with your answer, you know, you're almost done with the dungeons. Yeah, I like it that I can move the buffs wherever I want. So, for example, when there are some debuffs I really have to pay attention to, when some affixes are, I just move the whole bunch here somewhere and make them much larger so I don't miss them. Yeah, you can move your cast bar wherever you want, so I put it here above my tellmewhen addon. Of course, my damage is shitty because I'm not paying attention what I'm doing here. Not that it's not always. And what else? Yeah, I like all this little info that you can put wherever you want to. For example, here I can see how much gold I have only by hovering over it. All the, you know, currencies, all the resources, seals, nether shards. I don't know what's important. But not only like that, I can visually, I don't even need to hover over it. I just see it here, down here. The time, and durability, that's important for me. So I know when I get reds and need to repair. And my order how resources. Then I have here info about classical missions. Well, if you have any questions, I can help you set things up, or I don't know, it's really easy. I mean, Elvui, let me turn it on. So this is Elvui. This toggle anchors, when you click on that, you can move everything, see? And player frame, it was up, of course, I put it down here, so it's everything on the lower part where my eyes are. You can move your bars wherever you want to. Party frame. I actually have that disabled for my hunter. When I'm in a raid, I use the blizzard frames. And what I like about Elvui as well is that I'm able to mark the target that I have, because I kind of have sometimes problems with targets if there are really a bunch of mobs and I'm not sure who am I targeting, and you know the hunter problem, of course, targeting and then targeting something I shouldn't when I'm in a hurry. So I use this nice thingy. Where is it? Let me find it. Here somewhere. Yes, here, this one. So it's in nameplates, general options, target indicator color. So when you enable this, it will show an arrow above your target, of course above your enemy target, and it will scale the target. You can choose the target scale, so whenever you have a target, the nameplate of that target, you know, the one with the health underneath it, will be larger than all the other mobs that you're not targeting. I find that really very helpful when there's a bunch of mobs that you need to pay attention to, or for example when there are some affixes where you need to be careful to kill them all at the same time or not at the same time. Yeah. So what else? Action bars. This is where you can make them mouse over. For example, I know what is this. This is my bar 1. Yeah, you see this is my bar 1, and if I enable this mouse over, I don't see it unless I hover over them, which is nice if you have a smaller screen and you just want to have more space, then you do that. Yeah, I have this one on mouse over. These are all spells I don't need to look at. And because I have all my WeakAuras telling me when something is off cooldown, I really don't need to look at the bars at all. And here are the buffs, the buffs and the debuffs. And here you can make them larger or smaller. Let me see. The buffs. Here is the size. You can see them in the upper right corner, right? And here you can make them larger. Or the debuffs. Well, I don't have any now, but let's make them a little bit larger. And then you can just go back to toggle anchors, and you see these are the player buffs. You can just move them wherever you want. If you like them to see them better, to be close to your character, or you can move them. You see my player debuffs are quite low. I like them to be here to pay more attention to them. The talking head frame. I hate that, so I put that here and make it really small. And what else? Well, everything, you can move everything. I think it's a really great UI that it has this flexibility. I didn't figure out how to delete this one. It's the right chat. I actually used the template for this setup, and then I changed everything for my liking, and the left and right, it had left and right chat, so I just make it invisible and put it anywhere so it doesn't bother me. I don't need a right chat because I have my chat add-on. Data bars, yeah, this is a really nice thing. You can change all this info you have on your map down here on those bars, or here you see if I hover in the left corner, left lower corner, I can hover over the guild, and I don't need to open the guild window. I can see who is online and where they are. Stalking watch. And friend list, same thing. It's a nice color, so I can see who is on what character, like the druid, Ava in orange. And then here is my computer, FPS and MS, and all the addons I have. Yeah, here's the list of the addons I use and how much memory my addons use. For now, less than 200 megabytes, which really isn't so much. And you can see, so WeakAuras is the best really for those cooldowns. And then I use misspelled, of course. That's a nice addon, so you don't make those spelling mistakes, which I always do. WIN, that's the Win, that's the chat addon. Auctionator, of course. Daily boss modes. Pond, to know about what gear is better for me on a glance. And focus interrupt sounds. That's the one I told you that makes the sound when you know you can interrupt something. Pet care. Oh yeah, this one is not bad either. Let me see, how do I move it like this? Yeah. So if I it's my pet, and if I left mouse click, it will mend the pet. You see, it's healing it. If I right click, it will misdirect to the pet, and it shows me when the pet is dead, and I just need to click to either left click if it's dead. I left click and it reviews the pet. World quest tab, yeah, that one is really great. I guess everyone using that already. How can I see this? Yeah, this way. So this is the world quest tab because it shows the quests, the world quests that you can do with nice icons, and you can change the order. For example, I want to see, I need to do some more wardens, then I do the faction order. I zoom out from the map so I can see all the zones. So here I can see Argusian Reach, all the quests where they are. Or I just want to, for example, do some Berevard, so I can see where Kuravard's here. I'm after blood, so I can see what quest about blood. Shara, Zuna, Shara, so I just go there, and if I click on it, it will show me where it is. It blinks, you see. This one is here. Really very useful addon as well. The relic helper, yeah, I love that too. When a relic drops for me, it shows me in a tooltip for what of my specs this relic is good, and if it's an upgrade or not. So I don't have to open all of my weapons to check that out. Or I don't know if I have any relics right now in my bag, so I can show you. Oh yes, here. For example, this one. It says attuned for Adorar, like Legacy of the Windrunners, -1. It means I already have one that's for 1 point better than this one. Titan Strike -3. It means, you know what it means, yeah? So this is a really good one. And the bag, of course, is as well Elvui, and it's nice. I like to have everything in one big bag, so I can make the order however I want to. And then just search for whatever I need. For example, I don't know, legs. That was Relic Helper. The next one is Master-gypsy. I'm still trying this one out. It's an addon that's supposed to pop up a little window on my screen when we kill a boss and everyone loots and someone gets a loot that could be useful for me. So it's not something public. It won't say it in the general chat. It's just for me. And if I click on that window, it will whisper the person that has the better loot than I and ask him does he need that. But there were a few fails where this addon showed me, for example, someone looted a set item that's not even for my class, and the addon told me to whisper that person. Yeah, that wasn't really a good thing. So I'm still testing it out.
Now to WeakAuras. Alright. So this might look intimidating at first. It shows everything that I have installed, but of course they don't pop up at the same time. And it's kind of really easy to use when you get used to it, yeah. So if you want to import a WeakAuras, the first time you click on New and then Import. And there are websites where people make their own WeakAuras, and you just copy the code and put it here. Nothing easier than that.
So on this website for WeakAuras, you can get different kind of WeakAuras depending on what you need for your class or for a specific raid or dungeon. So just to make an example, I'm going to click on the dungeons and then to choose one. Here's one, Mythic Post Timer. That's a good one. I already have it, but I will use it as an example. It tracks the time remaining for +3, +2, and +1 in Mythic class. Also, it includes the mob count and percentage. So we click on that and we copy the aura, and then we go back to the game and paste it there. And you can see here a little window pops up where you just click on import. And here it is. This is that WeakAura. It shows how much time you still have left, so that the key upgrade will be +3, +2, +1, and how many deaths we have. They can be used like daily boss modes. They give you, they tell you what to do. Here, for example, the dungeons. That's it. So it will, of course, not appear like this. It's going to be one by one icon when things happen, and it just tells me move, kick, adds are incoming, or different things.
And you can, of course, move it and put it where you want, like this.
This one is for the Mythic Affix, the Grievous Wound. It shows how many people in the party have it. It's good for healers. This one is for Goldie, when he uses his powered barrier, so he doesn't whine when nobody stands in it, to be sure I don't miss it. This is for trinkets. When I have them equipped, they will pop up when they're out of cooldown, so I can use them. I cannot click on them. I need to click on my key binding, so it's not like a clickable button, but it's a nice reminder that it's off cooldown and it can be used. And this interesting one, glowing frames for healers. Of course, I don't use it on my hunter, but when I'm a healer, then my frames glow if some of the players are targeted by a boss or by a spell or something. It drags my attention to it, so I can pre-heal. There it is. I love this one. So it shows me when my cleave is on and how many is left. For example, how could I try it now? So when I use multi-shot, it activates cleave and I show how long it lasts, so I don't spam multi-shot too many times. That's not necessary to do to star focus for it. Then this one is good on it for explosive orbs. Again, you cannot click on it, but it shows you how many orbs are in the current mob pack that we are hitting. Yeah, okay, that's enough. I think if you have any questions, I can help you to set things up, or if you like my profile, I can give you my profile. I think it can be shared, the Elvui profile. But the best thing is really to set it up however you like. Just activate Elvui and move it all around however you like. You can change the number of spells on the bar, or the size and position, actually really everything. You just need to take a little time to set it up how you like it, and then you're set and you just share it between your characters, and you don't need to do it ever again if you're satisfied how it looks like. Okay, that's it. I hope I could help someone at least with this. And I should do a proper bye, right? Bye.